First of all, what type of phone are you calling in from? Because your sound is horrible. Yeah, that's what it is. It's connected to the speaker box. Because you've been all in the comments. We got to get into what you got to say. That phone, she didn't call in from a, what's that phone? You know, when you call in, oh, she had a Radio Shack phone. That phone was from Radio Shack. We need Deelishish to get back on the line, though. But in the meantime, Jessie Lee is here. I got to log in with her real quick and tell her happy birthday because she getting old as hell. Deelishish, I'm calling you right now. Okay, well, Jessie Lee, I'm going to have to call you back because your phone ain't working. Hold on, let me go. Let me see. I see Deelishish. Let me get Deelishish real quick because Deelishish been all in the comments. See, the thing about it is I do what y'all don't want to do.
Okay, it's so much better because it was so bad.
Okay, first let me start by saying that if I don't talk to Karen Clark shared in exactly like 24 hours, I swear to God, I'm going to pray to God.
Oh my God, you will not let that live down. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm going to pray to God that he punishes you for not allowing my spirit to
That is so improper. You know I'm not doing it on purpose. I called right there. And what did she say?
I don't know what she said. Okay, look, let's just get into it. You've been all in the comments. Clearly, you're Team Jordyn. What's going on?
I'm not Team Jordyn. I'm Team Forgiveness. I mean, I think that we just should forgive her. And first of all, it's not our cross to bear, and it's also not our situation to go and down somebody. How many times have we done something wrong and needed to be forgiven?
Fact.
I mean, think about it. And not only that, how many things have we seen happen from that family who I love for as far as the branding go? They branded the hell out of their circumstance. I mean, from the Ray J sex tape to becoming one of, America's most known families, they've done what they're supposed to do as far as taking lemons and turning into lemonade. So that part, I'm not hating on anybody or their situation, but so many things that they do that the average person couldn't do and still be okay. It's not cool for the finger pointing to take place.
But why we mad at them? Why we mad at them? Why we not mad at the system? I see so many black women in the comments that, first of all, black women are the strongest specimens on earth. They breed black men. They have to raise black men in this racist world. They have been through hell and high water. We cannot blame the Kardashians because they done found some niggas. We can't blame the Kardashians. Wait. We can't blame not you, but I mean, social media. We can't blame the Kardashians because they turn lemons into lemonade. We can't get mad at them because they live in their best life. These niggas is all clout chasing niggas that want to be on anyway. Every single one of them that end up having sex with them, what do? They go and they talk about the Kardashians. They go and talk about fucking them so they can get clout, right? So really, I feel like black women should embrace the Kardashians instead of reminding them every single time something happens to them and they're like, well, this is your karma because you know what's so crazy? How many young black men are reminded every single day of indiscretions they made in the past? If you go to prison and you get out, you paid your time, your karma was your time, you get out. Now you got to be reminded every single day about your crime. I just don't understand when we talk about forgiveness.
Well, you just spoke to the fact, Jason. You just spoke to the fact. You just spoke to Jordyn's point.
Hold on. I'm not saying she doesn't need to be forgiven, but she's not going to be forgiven right now. You were at your best.
No.
You were
I don't
say
that she shouldn't forgive it. Okay, I heard you out. I just want to say this because I first of all, your opinion is your opinion and mine is mine. I would never argue how you feel about it because obviously you have some passion about it because you post a lot and there's some you feel like that she should actually deal with her truth and deal with what she did wrong and play her part in her position. I do agree that that's no different from my kids, from my friends, from strangers, from Kardashians to Jordyn. If you've done something wrong, wrong is wrong, period. And you should be called out on that if it's made public. But what I'm saying is that it's a difficult thing to look at when it's coming from someone who's done, or a family who's done the same thing. Like, a lot of people didn't like the fact that Khloe was with this gentleman while he had another young lady pregnant. Or that Khloe was friends with Trina and then she ended up with French. Or that their baby sister was 15 years old and accused of messing around with Tyga, their best friend's their sister's best friend's man. And then later on, it became her boyfriend. And it also became okay because it was her, because it was them. Like, a lot of things that they do, once again, we as other races or people that are in different financial circumstances can't do, and it be made public and be okay. So when someone that does all of these things to people and it gets swept under the rug, or it becomes okay to do that, when they go and say, oh, woe is me, then you be like, wait a minute. You just did that same thing to A, B, C, and D. So it's very hard for me to feel any compassion for you. Or your husband or your boyfriend or your baby's father just cheated and it was aired out publicly. And, I mean, you didn't go and tear up the world tearing those women down. But here it is. You want the world to tear down Jordyn. Now, I can see Khloe being upset because when it's somebody close to you, you expect these strange bitches, excuse my French, you expect these strange women to do this. You don't expect someone who you see as a little sister to do that. You don't. That hurts. That got to be very painful and very upsetting. That feels like betrayal. That feels just like, that's gut punching. You know what I'm saying? I get that part. My thing is, if you say, I'm upset, I expect this from Tristan because he's a piece of shit, no good ass nigga who been fucking up from the fucking beginning. He ain't shit. Fuck him. I held you at a different standard. If that's how it was presented, then I think that all of us would say, we get it. But we never heard her dog him out. We've never heard her say, fuck him, he's a fuck nigga, I've expected more from you. It was just the way that she presented her frustration. She never applied it to that nigga. And so we were like, come on now. I mean, that's just how I took it. I took it as, no.
Well, let me say, first of all, let me say,
it was hard to watch.
Let me say, first of all, like every other outlet, whether it's CNN or Fox on the presidential investigation or whatever, I always take a line to start a conversation. I'm not in the marriage or relationship. I ain't got no baby by nobody. I wasn't at the party. I don't even drink anymore. I give two fucks about the entire situation on a personal level, but I do drive conversations. So let me say that. But let me back up. Sometimes you don't see your behavior until it happens to you. So sometimes part of the healing process is you do have to react in a way for people to say, hey, remember French? Remember Trina? You know, but let me say that some would argue French and Trina and that whole situation, her karma was the first time he cheated on her, right? Some would say that was the first time. Then let's say, okay, everything that happened with Tyga and Kylie. My brother and sister's karma ain't got nothing to do with me. I mean, karma does have a way of choosing its own destination, but I feel like it's so easy to attack Khloe because of her family. You put it all in a bowl of shit and go, all right, we got you now, so we're going to throw all this shit at you. I feel like right now, do I think that had Jordyn come on yesterday, and this is just my observation, right? Because I think everything you just said, everything you just said was pure facts. There ain't no argument in nothing that you just said. I do feel like Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, that's like, I mean, like, I don't give a fuck what they say and do. When they talk, I listen because they're Will and Jada. They laid a really good foundation for her to come in and own that shit. To own it, not for Khloe, but for herself to say, look, I'm standing here because my family's getting attacked. Give it all to me because I fucked up. And the whole situation is bad from the beginning. We could blame it on alcohol. We could blame it on Tristan. We could blame it on the situation. We could blame it on whatever, but it doesn't matter because it happened. Now, I want to move forward.
How did you feel about how she handled the red table talk? How did you feel about how Jordyn handled it?
I think that because I'm in the media, I can take a step out of it and listen, right? I can listen. I think Jada added a layer of race in there that made people pick a side. Because when you when you say we as black women in the media are attacked or this or that, it makes black women go, that's facts, we do. And people do listen and look at Will and Jada through different lenses and hear them in a different way than say of me, right? I can say, like I said, she wasn't drunk. I mean, she wasn't like blacked out drunk when that report came out. I said it because we were in the room. I said, oh, nobody listened. They, oh, Jason's a bully. Jason's this. I said, no, she was not drunk. She said she wasn't drunk. And then people were like, oh, we knew she wasn't drunk. My point is that I've only taken a position to create a really public debate over the facts, right? And the fact is, there's a lot of people invested in this conversation for different reasons. Some people are invested because they want to see the Kardashians take a hit. Some people are invested. Some people are invested. That's what it was? Wait. Some people are invested because they want to see Jordyn get bullied. Some people are invested because they believe niggas ain't shit. So everybody has their own thing. What you just said a minute ago, I think, was a fair assessment from an unbiased perspective of, hey, sometimes you get what you give. Sometimes, you know, it's hard to see it till you go through it. And you have to understand that you're a woman. You've been through shit, right? Sometimes you got to go through the pain of it to really feel it. And then later on, you start to come to your senses like, oh, shit, okay. Maybe I shouldn't have said that because this nigga ain't shit. And or maybe social media reminded me of the time I wasn't shit. But for whatever reason, we can't lose sight of the fact that that girl called her. See, I went through betrayal at the end of 2018 really, really, really bad. To the point to where I had to fire. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even the cheating part that I'm focused on because niggas cheat, bitches cheat. We all fucking cheat at some point. It is what it is. It's the betrayal part that for me, I be looking at the people around me like, what you trying to do?
Yo, you giving me chill bumps. I think that's what I was saying is that is what would have bothered me. But you've heard interviews. I think they were on Andy's show on Bravo or somebody else was there, and they asked if the girls had slept with was it The Game? I don't want to mistake what I'm saying and mention nobody.
No, the game went on Wendy Williams' show, and he said he had slept with 3 Kardashian sisters.
And so, you know what I'm saying is that some people look at it like, yo, these young ladies have publicly slept with the same men, although they're sisters. These young ladies are comfortable with their 15-year-old dating their sister's best friend's fiance. And she's like, listen, China's a good girl. I'm sorry that they broke up, but this is my little sister, and I'm going to protect her at all costs. So, like, when you've seen people live a life so carefree when it comes down to commitments or relationships and stuff like that, I think that everybody that's watching from the outside, including myself, you start to feel like this is what y'all do comfortably. So the moment that something hits you and it becomes serious, like sex is not just sex, it's not just a boy, it's not just my sister's best friend's man, it's not just a random dude, this is my child's father, and I am affected strongly by this, then people are like, well, I don't know how to take you seriously when we've seen you guys do this and be a certain way in the way that you live.
There's some people on the other side that would say, and I love The Game. That's me and him were texting yesterday about him coming on my show. Some would say The Game was clout chasing. Some would say that niggas shouldn't do bedroom talk about who they sleep with. Some would say, and I can tell you, I have 5 brothers. 5. All of them love pussy. I don't. They've all at some point probably hit the same chick. I come from the hood where we know niggas run trains and girls and guys all fuck around. Becoming a Kardashian or becoming Deelishish or becoming Jason Lee or whoever in the public eye don't make you abstain from having a history where you may have been around a little bit. Because if you talk about my past, I'm saying, look, I've had sex with a lot of people. Some there was love, some there was not love. Some it was just, you know, I was drunk or party or whatever. That doesn't make me necessarily a bad person because I slept around.
No. I'm not saying that they're bad. No, that's not what I meant at all.
I'm saying that
People
let's
may
go
think that they
back.
don't take it that seriously. Like, yo,
Let's go back. Let's go
I'm able
back.
to date,
We've heard rumors in the streets that Will and Jada have sex parties. Have we not heard that?
or that they have a swingers relationship.
The swinger relationship, right?
Yeah, we've
So
heard that.
Will and Jada have had their own stuff for years, and until they got on social media, they never really addressed it, right? So that means in some of our minds, we've heard, you know, they've had the swinger parties, or we've heard other things, and it doesn't necessarily change who we see them as, because without them having access to social media, before social media, they lived a very polished life in our eyes. Movies, red carpets, very high elevated interviews, not really sitting around their house where I know people that work in their house where they have their, you know, I know how they keep their privacy. They're very, very, very private because they want to live a very private life. This is a very new thing for them to be sucked into this kind of conversation.
Right, but respectfully, not to cut you off, because I read some of the comments, but that's not what I meant. What I meant was, if a person, they have a reality show. So for over a decade, they've lived their lives in the public eye. We have seen them have relationships and interactions within friends and circles and family, is what I'm saying. So my point is, if you saw that I've always had a structured relationship, I've had a boyfriend and I've always been with just that boyfriend. I've never dated my sisters or had sex with my sister's ex-boyfriend, or we've never shared the same bed with a man. We've never dated. I've never dated my
allegedly.
brothers.
Allegedly, remember allegedly, because you know niggas
no. Okay, Jason, I love you, but let's deal with facts.
Wait.
Robert,
What man?
Robert. Let me
what,
get my point.
Lay this out. What man? And maybe I'm missing something. What man have they shared? Maybe I'm missing something.
This is what I'm saying to you. If you are Kim and I am China, and my little kid sister is Kylie, and we are constantly around each other, and China's fiance is Tyga, and she has a baby with him, there's no way that
you mixing apples and oranges. You mixing apples and oranges. I said what?
No, I'm not. If you I'm not. If you let me make my point, listen. See, they understand what I'm saying. They're listening. They're reading. Read your comments. Let me just.
No, I'm not worried about the. Listen, I'm not gonna argue.
But let me get to my point, because I don't want to be misunderstood.
I'm trying to understand the conversation we're having right now, so I hear you.
So let me finish it, so you will.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
So you will, baby. So what I'm saying is that if we can openly watch that type of interaction take place, meaning if the world can see that you're okay with going and creating a relationship with your sister's best friend's fiance who has a child and they live together, and then when it becomes public, it starts off first with a denial. And then it slowly becomes what it becomes. And the world just has to sit back and say, hey, it is what it is. That's Kylie's man. She's doing what she do. And we're the Kardashians. Y'all shut the fuck up, because we are who we are. And this is going to be allowed. What I'm trying to say to you is this. If you live your life in front of the world in such a carefree fashion, and you have whatever man you want, if you hang out with Trina and this is your girl, Trina, you're the shit. Oh my fucking God. And then you turn around and you end up with French, and that becomes your man.
I ain't got nothing to do with her screen freezing. Hello? Hello? So let me know when you fix your phone.